And just some quick stats as of today. So for your amazement, this is our 31st session. So well over 7 months. They've had 44 guest speakers. 45 past members have landed opportunities, and 1,000 plus members and continuing to grow. So again, thank you so much for your support, for being here. And with that, any other questions before we start the recording?
Oh, Jimmy has his hand up.
Okay, thank you. The floor is yours, Jimmy.
Well, we can wait. I mean, since we're recording, we can go ahead and I can talk right after the speaker's done. Yeah.
I don't think they've started yet, so.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and just. Okay, what I just want to just add is since where I finished up my certification was at the Goodwill University, and I'd signed up for that, taking their assessment test, which was last year around September time, and I took and when I passed it, they even gave an interview online along with wearing a suit as part of the requirement. And funny thing is that I didn't get selected, but when the person they selected and then dropped out, they asked me if I want to take that seat. And I took the course starting in November, which was the networking course, which was part of the program. And then after that was over in February, I ended up taking the continued course, which was for cybersecurity. So with that said, having two different certifications, I earned a badge, which was a career path from Cisco for cybersecurity analyst. So I just want to put it out there for anybody who's interested, not just in cybersecurity, but in other different courses. It's Goodwill is a good place to go because there is no cost to you if you qualify. Yes. And then they also have a formal graduation happening on June 12th. So I just signed up for it for myself just for kicks. Yeah.
Hey, awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Can you put the link in the chat for that, please?
Sure. I'll go ahead and locate it and I'll send it out there to you guys. Yes.
That'd be great. Thank you so much.
Sure.
All right. Anybody else before I introduce our guest speaker?
Nope, hold quiet. I think we can move on.
Okay. Well, it is with great pleasure that I introduce you to our guest speaker, Jennifer Goodrich. And she is a customer success manager and nonprofit board leader, bringing reliability, security, productivity, and support to small and medium-sized businesses so they can focus and thrive. And Jennifer, I would like to kick it off by asking you if you would please share one piece of insider knowledge that many job seekers might not be aware of, but would find incredibly helpful in their job search.
All right. Well, thank you, Alice. I appreciate your introduction and have enjoyed listening to you all and hearing some of the different pieces. From an insider knowledge standpoint, I do want to share that I'm also a meditation teacher. And I think that using whether it's meditation or a prayer or that time is something that has been helpful along the way when I've had ups and downs in my career path. And I've had, oh my gosh, if you look at my LinkedIn profile, ups and downs and gaps in my career path. So I am familiar with that gap in between. One of the pieces I think that's been most helpful is a book that I'll share. It's by Martha Beck, and it's called The Way of Integrity. And this tagline is "Find the path to your true self." And when I say that, when I read that, the path to our integrity doesn't necessarily just mean the way the common culture, like do the right thing, do the whatever. It means your internal integrity on what the way you're moving in the world. And there's a few different things that they say, but I wanted to boil it down and distill it. When you're looking for a job, there's a few different things that I think can help with that alignment. Knowing yourself and staying tuned in to how you're feeling that day when you're doing the work of job searching is super important. So that self-care practice in the beginning of the day, but also listening to that inner dialogue. And when you start to pay attention to what you're looking for, how you're looking for it, what the nuances of it, listen for the shoulds. I should be doing this, or I should get a job that looks like this. I should, because those are the conditions from the external world that you've incorporated into your dialogue and your mantra around job seeking. And so being familiar with what all those shoulds are, okay, that's from the outside. Now, what is underneath all that should, and what you're really wanting to do in this life? Like, what is your true want? So there is, I guess that listening to the shows, I've had to do that myself as well. And then the other, and I'll share on my end, I thought I used to need to be and should be a salesperson. And I have spent many years in sales, and now I'm a customer success manager, which is on the opposite side. I don't have to sell anymore. I do, but I don't. I don't have the quota, I don't have the whatever, but now I'm doing what my heart loves to do, is take care of my clients like a mom, like that mothering energy, that nurturing energy. That's my true nature. And being that pursuit and chasing after new accounts all the time, what stressed me out, it made me sweaty all the time, it racked my nervous system, so I had to undo all that. So it's just an example of that. And then the other is listening to your gut. That's number two. So first, write down your shoulds and then get underneath the shoulds and what you want. And then two is listening to the gut. And listening to that gut is how you feel after an interview. Is it singing? Is it high? Or is it like kind of stressful? I would do that if I had to. If they offered me a job, I would, like, kind of on that other end of it. That's actually going out of integrity on that negative side, but doing it because you think you have to. There, it's complex, but at any rate, staying and paying attention to those high notes is helpful. And then really just getting into the taking tiny steps every day. And I love the SMART practices where you're saying where your SMART goals, because those actions are meaningful, whether it's for your own self-care or if it's for the LinkedIn profile. Your self-care is number one, but those tiny tips of, I am going to tweak my profile, or I am going to tweak my resume, or sync up the resume and the profiles. I've let mine get out of sync. Got to get those in sync. They're looking at that and they're matching them. And if you have one thing different, they're catching it and they're thinking, oh, they're out of alignment with who they really are, whatever. They just have to match. I kind of gone back and forth whether or not I needed to give every detail. I've gone back to giving every detail. What every single job I've had, I'm not skipping them if it didn't fit that job pursuit. Now I'm matching it because that seems to be the true what people are wanting more. So those are just three pieces. And then on the other side of it, when you combine all three of those, technically there should be paradise near your dream job on the other side of it. So that's one of the pieces I just wanted to share with anyone, and I'm open for questions if anyone has any.
There are no
It's
questions at
amazing.
this moment.
Thank you.
But there's no comments or questions at the moment.
All right. Well, thank you all for having me.
I have a question.
I'm seeing hands go up, so